experiences, travelings, or whatever you want to share.
Something written on the internet, a diary or something like that.
A blog is like an online diary or someone's opinions on something.
Blog tu dia macam kita tulis something kat situ, lepas tu kita post, ada yang untuk orang ramai baca lah selalunya.
Basically dia kira macam diary, tapi daripada kita simpan rahsia, kita kongsi kepada dunia luar untuk mereka tahu apa yang kita buat dalam kehidupan seharian kita.
For me, a blog is basically diary entries or just posts of someone's maybe personal stuff that they like.
Okay, hello. Okay, my name is Ayuni Rafila. I am actually a law lecturer in UIA, and I've been a part-time, at the same time, been a part-time blogger. Okay, so I have been writing a blog, which is actually, well, I started out as a casual part-time blogger. The things that I write in my blog is that I actually started out blogging since I was in my college years. I used to write about the things that I like, my passions, my interests, my daily life experiences. But after a while, I found out that I could also use my blog to share my experiences in a beneficial way with others. Okay. So I began to write reviews, and through these reviews, I tell my readers what are the things that they could, for example, things that they could do in their pastimes, and also things that they could buy at lower price, for instance. Okay, so all these things, and after a while, okay, I began to make my blog as a source of income. At first, I did have difficulty in trying to manage my time efficiently when it comes to using my blog, and also balance my blogging time with my working hours. Okay. I never had this problem when I was a student, actually, because of course as a student you have your responsibility mostly focused on your assignments, and when it comes to family, of course, you don't really think much about how to take care of your family's needs and things. But as you grow older, you begin to have more responsibility, okay, piling up, okay, over your shoulders. And that is when I began to realize that just like handling responsibility towards your family and your work, it's also the same thing when you handle your blog. So I began to find ways and also resources to allocate my blogging time with other things that I need to focus on in life. And Alhamdulillah, it's a good thing actually, because it trains me, okay, blogging also trains me to understand my priorities. So I will usually blog after I have finished my work. So whenever I go back home from my office, I'll try to look at the things that I really need to write. Is it necessary? Is it beneficial? And is it, okay, worth my blogging time? So that is how I run my time efficiently for blogging. The most challenging moment in my blogging journey so far would be when there was once when I tried to start out blogging, okay, and it was also one of the first moments that I started to write reviews for companies, for organizations. I had never thought that you would find competitors in this area, because I thought blog is just for fun and no one would actually be concerned with what you blog about. After that incident, there's this incident where I had a blogger, also a fellow blogger, who started to write nasty things, quite nasty remarks about the reviews that I made, and also the things that I actually wrote for another company. They started questioning whether this company is actually legit, whether what I was writing is legit, did I actually get paid for it? And I was like, okay, so now I know blogging is actually a serious it's a serious venture. It is better for the younger generation to start writing blogs, to share their experiences with their readers. It's one of the ways where people can actually contribute to the betterment of life of others. I have especially loved the motivational blogs, since these types of blogs, they tend to help people to reflect on their lives, to think on how they could have made the world a much better place through the sharing of life experiences of others. I made these shopping platforms as a part of my source of income. Okay. So it's usually a hobby income. It started out as a hobby because I've always liked doing businesses, but not really seriously. But after a while, I found out that it's quite fun to indulge in online businesses, and I especially enjoy trying to fulfill my customers' demands, wants. It's not about the money, it's actually about the fulfillment that I enjoy from it. Personally, I feel that blogging will not be a waste of time if you know how to use it properly. Blogging is like a double-edged sword. Okay, if you use it for the good reason, then of course it will bring benefit to you, and not just you but also to other people around you. But if you intend to use blogging the wrong way, for example by spreading rumors, gossips, and maybe by creating slanderous comments that could actually cause society to rip apart, of course that would be a dangerous tool. It would, of course, not just wasting time, but it can also be a bad thing for you and also the whole society. So, to me, blogging is both good and bad, but if you can use it for a better purpose in life, then why not?